Before I put my dentures in for the night, I'm getting ready to go to bed, so I'm going to be putting adhesive on my dentures. I wanted to do a video showing how I put my dentures in when I don't use adhesive. I do occasionally skip using adhesive. I don't do it very often, but I do occasionally just not use adhesive for the day and just wait until the end of the day. And after I take my dentures out, clean them and all that, and keep them out for a few hours, and then I put my adhesive in. But I may go an occasional day here and there where I don't use adhesive. And I wanted to share the key to getting a good suction with your dentures. A lot of dentists don't share this information with their patients, not because they don't think about it, but because they don't know about it. Because a lot of times they don't know about that ingredient that is very important to getting a good suction on your dentures. There are a lot of people who do not use adhesive who know what that key is, but for people who are new to wearing dentures, you don't know what that element that is necessary to get a good suction. So I wanted to do a video and share that. And the key to it is to make sure that your mouth is wet. Make sure your dentures are wet. If you put dry dentures in a dry mouth, you are not going to get a good suction at all. Right now my mouth is mostly dry. I have a little bit of saliva. My dentures are completely dry. And I'm going to show what it's like when I do not make sure that my mouth is wet when I put my dentures in. So if I just put my dentures in dry, and you can see very dry denture, there's no suction. I'm just kind of sitting there, and it's trying to slip down. I have a good fit, so it's not slipping down, but I can feel like these gaps in between my gum and my denture because there's no suction. There's no suction. I can feel it. My top is just a little bit lower than it should be, and my bottom is popping up. I don't even have to do anything. It's just popping up. There's no suction. My mouth is completely dry. So that doesn't work. So if you're putting your dentures in dry and you're not getting a good suction, this is why. See how quiet that is? There's no suction. No suction. So what do you do to get that suction? You need to take a drink of water, do a rinse and swish. Then wet your dentures. Denture is nice and wet. You can see there's still some water in there. Hold them in place. So hold the top in place. And then do the same with the bottom. See the difference? It doesn't want to move. It's much higher, and I can feel the difference. Put the bottom in. Just close your mouth, bite down just a little bit. Big difference. See the difference in how I'm talking? My top denture does not want to slip at all. I cannot feel any kind of gap in between my denture and my gum. There's no space without anything, without liquid in my mouth, with just a minimal amount of saliva and dry dentures. There was a gap in between my denture and my gum, like an air bubble. And I could feel that gap. And it was really just weird. I don't like that feeling. And that's how I know when I need to take a drink. When my dentures are in, I know it's time to take a drink. Time to get liquid underneath my dentures. And it takes a little bit of practice, but you will learn over time how to lift your bottom denture up and get liquid up without popping your denture out. And then also just kind of a little bit of movement with the top to get liquid underneath there without your denture falling out. But having your mouth wet, having your dentures wet makes a huge difference in that suction. And when you take them out, there should be a noise because there should be suction. Let's see how that goes. See the difference? Before, when I took them out, it was so quiet, but there's suction. The top, not quite as much noise. The bottom gets more of a suction. The top is more, it just stays in place. And it has suction, but it doesn't make that same sound when I take that out. Do not want to hit my denture and fling it across the room. That would be bad. So, very, very bad. Make sure you keep your denture safe. That's a whole nother video. But I have silicone pads. I'm actually setting my dentures on these in my sink. So my dentures are nice and secure. They're not just over my sink. But the key is to make sure that your mouth is wet. Make sure your dentures are wet. And during the day, keep a drink on hand so you can keep your mouth wet and get that liquid underneath your dentures. It takes a little bit of practice, but that is the key. No dry mouth. No dry dentures. You're not going to get the same suction. Hopefully this helps someone. I will talk to you later. Bye.